Hello viewers, it's Michael from Screen Reviews bringing you a new podcast for my segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will retain to an adult language. But again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will retain to an adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're going to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Kiramager. So basically, the episode starts out like this: that at the headquarters. So basically, Sato, aka Kiramager, was telling the others about one of her surgeries and whatnot. So basically, aka Killer Pink was telling the others about her surgery as as a surgeon doctor as a doctor and whatnot. So basically, the others were telling was in parts of her stories and her cousin's surgery story and whatnot. But Sugar was like, that's all good and all, but more like your fighting skills, you're a good surgeon and all, but I really want, but how is your fighting skills? So basically, that's when Sato got Sugar and flipped her on the ground. So basically, what do you think about that? What do you think about my fighting skills right now? So basically, Sugar was kind of surprised that, him being a action martial arts star, that Sato was able to flip him on the ground very easily. But a picture, so basically, Sugar was shocked that but at the same time he was kind of impressed that like you do have some fighting, your fighting skill. I guess I judged the book, but I guess I judged the book. I guess I judged you wrong about your fighting skills. So anyway, it turns out a picture out of Sato's pocket, but with her as a little girl in a dojo outfit with a bunch of other guys, and like wearing those martial art outfits you see at a dojo and whatnot, and as her as a little 5-year-old girl. So basically, Joe will pick her up, and that's when the alarm went off, and there's another. There's a monster. There's some trouble in the city. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the Johan headquarters, Garza was talking to Carl Angela, and Carl Angela was feeling that the mouthpiece need energy to. If we're gonna keep on making mouthpiece, but we're gonna need some energy from the humans. So basically, the Mark Beast, the Mark Beast monsters need energy. They need to feed on human energy. So basically, we need to gather some energy to feed these Mark Beasts if we're gonna keep on sending them to Earth and try to take over Earth and whatnot. So anyway, Garza said that no worry, I send the perfect Unified Lieutenant to help us with that job. So anyway, turns out that the Johan Lieutenant that was or the Markman, that's what they call, but I'm just gonna call him a Johan Lieutenant. Had a camera head. So basically, this Johan Lieutenant had a camera for a head. So anyway, he took her. So basically, he took a picture using his camera head. He took a picture of a person, and therefore capture that person and send that person into a holding dimension where their energy is being drained. The Kiramager showed up. They morphed up. They started to battle the Kiramager lieutenant and the foot soldiers. So basically, during the battle, Shiguru and Seda got sent to the special holding dimension by the lieutenant's camera powers. So basically, Shiguru, aka Kiramager, and Seda, aka Kiramager, got sent to the special holding dimension where their energy was being drained by the camera lieutenant's camera powers. So anyway, the others were so basically Kiramager was about to shot at the camera lieutenant, but that's when guys who showed up and in his train zord, in his machine zord, and forced Sato to demorph and told the camera lieutenant to retreat for now. We got enough people for now. So basically, we got enough humans. So we got enough humans for now. So basically, told him to retreat with him, but Sato tried to stop Gazo, and Gazo smacked his Sato, and she hit her head on the rock. And she on the rock on the ground, and she was unconscious. But after Gazo, hit Sato, she hit her head on the rock. She was unconscious on the ground. So basically, Gazo and the camera lieutenant left in his train zord, and basically that's what Toto and Joe was making sure that took Sailor back to the headquarters to make sure that she was okay. But she was acting funny. She was acting strange and whatnot, like a 5-year-old. So basically, that's when they took her to the doctor. Turns out when she hit her head on that rock, she got amnesia, and she thinks she's 5 years old. So basically, when she hit her head on the rock, Sato thinks she got amnesia, and she thinks she's a 5-year-old now. So basically, Samuel is thinking, after, she has amnesia from hitting her head on the rock. Therefore, she thinks she is 5 years old. So basically, she's acting like a 5-year-old version of herself. So basically, Tara said that, there's no way she can help us with the others. So basically, there's no way that Seta can help us to get that camera lieutenant, Yellowhine lieutenant, to free the others, all the people that they're trapped somewhere. So basically, like Joe was saying, the doctor told him that, it's most likely she won't be her normal self. She might be stuck as thinking that she's a 5-year-old for the rest of her life. So basically, but Joe was like, maybe this is her old dojo. Go see her old master can help restore her memory. So basically, Joe took Sato back to her old dojo and met Joe met Sato's old master. After Joe was saying what happened to Sato, that's unfortunate. So basically, maybe maybe you could help, maybe you could help her, remember, help her snap out of this space. But I remember her as a little girl. So basically, one time, so basically, Joe saw her the Dozer Master. The picture of Sato back when she was a little girl. I remember that day when she wished herself to say a puppy that was stuck at a pipe at a construction site. So basically, I remember that day. So ever since that day, when she said that puppy from that construction site, that's when that's when she made up her mind to become a doctor and whatnot. So basically, the Dozer Master say that like I can't help you with the situation, but if you believe in her, maybe she will come back. Maybe she will basically snap out of her amnesia state and whatnot. So anyway, Joe was took the Dozer Master's advice that if I believe in Sato, maybe she could snap out of this amnesia state. But meanwhile, back at headquarters, Toto was asking Princess Marvacena to use her powers to see to find others, but unfortunately, Princess Marvacena's powers couldn't find others. So basically. And that's when Marvacena had the crystal that she used to come to Earth. This crystal has special powers, to track. I can use it. So basically, but Marvacena had an idea. So basically, she gave Tamato the crystal that she used to came to Earth with. If you can get into the dimension, I can find you can use I can home into the crystal, and that way I can find where the others are. So basically, the plan was for Tomato to get captured by the camera monster and being taken into in any dimension where find where everybody. We find what the others are being held at, and Marvacena is going to use her powers to track Tomotola with the crystal with her powers. So anyway, Joe showed up at Marvacena. So basically, Joe showed up with Sato and Tomotola and Princess Marvacena was there. Why you bring Sato here? She can't help us fight this killer monster. So basically, Joe would say that I believe that. I believe that she will get her money back and she can't help but fight this camera Yodahan lieutenant. So anyway, basically after Tomoto explained the plan to Joe and Sato, the camera master, so basically the camera lieutenant master, the camera lieutenant Yodahan lieutenant showed up and Tomoto let the lieutenant took his picture and sent him to the dimension where the others were being held at, and Princess Marvacena used her powers to track Tomotola with the crystal and found where the others were being held at. Turns out they're all being held in a prison inside a monster that was absorbing the energy from them. So basically up in the sky. So basically the only way they can stop the monster to free the others is if Sato helps them. If Sato summons her machine zord to free the others from the monster in the sky. But Sato was too scared or whatnot. So basically Joe was like, I believe you can do this, like the day you said the dog, you can help the others. So basically Sato got got transported by the camera lieutenant inside the monster where everybody else was being held at. So basically Shadow muscled out her carrots and she was able to morph and summon the cake and summon her machine sword, summon her helicopter machine sword to free the others from the monster and free the others from the monster and save everybody and save everybody from the monster that would be held inside it. When the monster, when but all of a sudden they took down the monster came crashing down on the camera, Johan Lieutenant, and he got destroyed by the monster crashing down on him. So basically, once the monster came crashing down onto the ground, the camera of Johan Lieutenant, got destroyed based from the monster, crashing down on him. So anyway, the others managed to. So basically, the others managed to morph up, and they formed the land-made Megazord and the sky-made Megazord, and took down the monster and saved the day. So anyway, even though Seda was able to help to free the others and save all the people, but she was still stuck picking herself as a 5-year-old girl. So basically, even though Seda was able to free the others, she still had amnesia and she still acted like a 5-year-old girl. So basically, while she was playing with Princess Malvicina, Malvicina tripped and accidentally bumped her head into Sada's head, and that bump managed to turn her back into normal. So basically, that accidentally bumped into Princess Malvicina's head into Sada's head, got rid of her amnesia, and she was back to normal. So basically, I don't remember. Seda said, I don't remember what happened. So basically, the others was glad that that Seda was back to normal, and the others but the others were happy that Seda was back to normal. She doesn't have any amnesia anymore, and the episode ended with Seda smiling at the others and the others grabbing that Seda is back to normal, and that's how the episode ended. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was a good episode, in my opinion, of Kiramager. So anyway, what do you guys think about this latest episode of Kiramager? Was it a good episode? Was it a bad episode? Or was it just it was just what it is episode? Is it just a not episode? Please let me know in the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, it's Essential Michael from Screen Review. Sign off. 1.